Behind me here is the 2026 Forest River Wildwood X-lite. This is the 26 ICE. ICE stands for Intelligent Camping Experience. And you'll see this has a lot of character on the inside. It's a bunkhouse model suited for families, and it's a lot of fun to take a look at. So come on, let's go. Welcome back to another video, everybody. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound. And today we are here taking a look at this 2026 Forest River Wildwood in their X-lite line. This is the 26 ICE. So you'll be able to see the floor plan layout and the specs on the screen. This is an aluminum sided wood framed travel trailer, going to make it more on the entry level side for a travel trailer. And then as we go inside, you'll see that it is a bunkhouse floor plan suited for families, has a little bit of an outdoor kitchen space as well. And right here, actually, I forgot that we have the floor plan layout and the specs here inside the door. So you can see here, unloaded, only about 6,300 pounds, about a 1,500 pound cargo carrying capacity. It's almost 33 feet long, so very lightweight for the length. This is very similar, actually, to the weight of my travel trailer, although my travel trailer is only 28 feet long. So kind of showing you a difference in the, properties of how lightweight this travel trailer is. Now, it does have a relatively heavy hitch weight at almost 800 pounds. That is going to be something where you just want to be mindful of with your truck, what that payload capacity is on your truck, as some half-ton trucks can have, payload capacities that are only 1,000 to 1,200 pounds. So something to be mindful of. 39-gallon freshwater, 60-gallon gray, and 30-gallon black water tanks. As we step inside, also can look at this real quick if you want, but we're going to, show a lot of these different things, as most of these are going to be visual things that we can see in the camper. Right when we walk inside, have your control panel here. It is a motion activated light panel there. So nice that all goes away in terms of the light on the panel, and then will turn on when you walk by. Has USB ports right here with a little pouch that you can put your phone in. Nice little designated spot there to charge a device. And then you have your JBL sound system here as well. So giving you a true dedicated sound system, whereas a lot of entry-level travel trailers may pass on that option. So you step inside, tons of character in here. Forgot we have a box in the middle of the floor though. Get that out of the way, and then we have a bunch of things to talk about inside of here. First of all, I want to talk about their Versa Lounge style seating system here. You'll be able to see on the screen various different ways that this seating arrangement can be configured, whether you want to have a booth dining table area, you want to have a big, large bed sleeping area. Lots of versatility with this. You also get this lounge type setup here for a spot to sit, where it gives you essentially like an L-shaped sofa. And all of this here, when configured in this arrangement, is sitting directly across from your TV. So while it's not going to be the most comfortable seating situation ever, it's certainly not, an equivalent to like a recliner seating setup. Still pretty good seating and enough space for multiple people to sit here and hang out and enjoy watching a TV show or a movie together. You have your LED light strips in the ceiling. Those are going to be dimmable LED lights there. Have your AC here that is ducted through the camper with a dual ducting system. And then as we go back towards the back corner of the camper, we have our bunk beds here. So on this floor plan, these bunk beds are 46 inches by 74 inches. So they're 6'2" in total length there. So pretty good space there. The mattresses on these are not fantastic or anything, but definitely suitable and comparable to what you see on most other bunk models in the market. USB ports here. You do get privacy curtains for the bunk beds, and then you have a little bit of storage space underneath this bottom bunk. Also have the window in that back corner. Going back into your bathroom space, pretty interesting. They have a privacy door going to just where the toilet and the shower is at. So that's going to leave this more open concept here for where your sink and mirror is. Not a whole lot of storage in there, basically just an open storage space underneath the sink, and that is it. Does have a light up here for an overhead light in that area as well. And then when we close this, or open this door, have a porcelain foot flush toilet, and then we actually have a bathtub in this travel trailer. So one of the few offerings for a bathtub. Curious your thoughts on that. Let me know if you would like to see a bathtub option in more campers, or if you feel like the bathtub is not something you would utilize. Has a vent fan in here as well, and surprisingly enough, with the bathtub, the shower height is not bad. My head does go up into the skylight, but in the skylight, you have height for about 6'3" with that skylight there before you're going to start really feeling forced to duck. And then shower head sits a little low. I would have to duck underneath that, but nonetheless, it's a usable shower space. Has a more traditional curtain here, and then that is pretty much everything in this bathroom. But related to the bathroom, we have a liquefied. This is a black tank treatment for your RV that you can find at Blue Compass RV dealerships across the country. And this is going to be in the liquid formula. They also have a pod formula and a powder formula. And this is something that is going to not only liquefy everything that goes into your toilet, will also keep your black tank performing optimally, and it is going to keep your RV smelling fresh. So you can find that at Blue Compass stores across the country, as well as Amazon and Walmart. Also should be noted, if you're looking for your next RV, there is a link down below in the pinned comment and description of this video where you can find a Blue Compass RV dealership close to home for you. So that is a resource there where you can find online pricing and find a location close to home, whereas Blue Compass has over 100 different stores in 33 different states where we're ready and willing to help you out when you're ready to start looking for your next RV. And we're excited to help when you're ready. This is a sliding door here, opening up some shelving, or some drawers here that we have that will slide out. Nice construction on these, solid wood construction. Looks like they're using staples or nails to hold it in place, but it's nicely, you know, kind of puttied over where you don't even feel the, you know, feeling of where those staples were. So it looks pretty well done cosmetically. Pull back this way, you have a wrapped countertop material, have another cabinet door here. They are using a thermofoil laminate style cabinet door, so very solid but lightweight cabinet door material. A couple drawers that open up here, and then magnet latches to hold your cabinet doors closed. Plastic sink in the kitchen space. You have a retractable faucet right there. Pretty decent countertop space, 3-burner gas stove, and a smaller, actually, sorry, I was gonna say a smaller oven. No oven, in fact. It's a convection oven, air fryer, microwave combo here that is a standard RV size with that. So that is what your setup was for your cooking arrangement in this travel trailer. Have a little shelf space up above here, above this window, and a nice big window at that on the campsite looking out into your campsite. So really cool getting that nice big window there. Have your Furrion refrigerator and freezer, utilizing a little bit more space in the freezer portion with this kind of setup here. A lot of other 12-volt refrigerators and freezers will have a smaller freezer portion and a little bit bigger refrigerator portion. So this one allocating a bit more space to that freezer. Have a spot for a 40-inch screen TV here on the wall. You can see they have just like a cardboard cutout of a TV here there currently. And then you have a fireplace there, great electric heat source for you, and a pantry behind this door with some shelving all throughout this space. Very nice with that. Have your AC right here, and this is a point of something that should be noticed in this travel trailer. There is only one air conditioner and it is only 30 amps. So the plug on the outside is a 30 amp plug. That means that it's only going to be equipped for the one AC. There is no prep for a secondary AC anywhere that I see. Now, if I'm incorrect about this for any reason, and you know, it's the only on a slim possibility, because like you have your vent fan right here that is above your stove, so that definitely is there as a designated spot to vent out any smoke or anything of that nature while you are cooking. So I don't think you would want to replace that with an air conditioning system, even if it was a possibility, but it also doesn't show or have any indication of anything printed to say that it is capable of doing that as another travel trailer would in the event that it was. So everything is pointing to me seeing that this is only going to be equipped with one air conditioning unit, and it's somewhat of a large travel trailer for only having one air conditioning unit. I think it will work for most people in most circumstances. However, the one thing you should definitely be aware of with a single AC setup is your thermostat is usually going to be tied into this system right here. Some other brands might have a little tiny little black monitor somewhere inside the RV, but I'm pretty sure with this system it's tied into this control unit right here. So this is what's monitoring your temperature. And as we go into the bedroom, love the tilting bed. We'll talk about that in a second. But if you close this door, the temperature in here, especially if you have like 2 grown adults in this bedroom space, you have your body heat and everything like that, the temperature in here is going to be different than the temperature in the living room. So if the temperature in the living room here does get down to, let's say you have the AC set to 70 degrees and it gets to 69, 70 degrees on the AC, and it shuts off the air conditioning and stops any more air from flowing. Granted, you can always set the AC fan to continually be on regardless of the temperature, but it could cause that to turn off, and this room here with a closed door could be 74 degrees, could be 76 degrees. There's a difference usually in what the temperature is here in the bedroom with the door closed when there's bodies in here versus what the temperature is outside where your thermostat control is. So that's just something to keep in mind, something I've experienced with my travel trailer. I always sleep with the door open in my bedroom in my travel trailer because I don't have an AC unit inside of the bedroom. And I've just found that it gets too warm in the bedroom for me if I don't leave the door open. Have your wardrobe storage here, more wardrobe storage here, and a little hamper spot there. The tilting bed is awesome because if you have ever owned a travel trailer before with a north to south facing bed configuration, you know that these walls here are not a flat up and down wall and pretty much never will be because of trying to make the design aerodynamic. So this actually gives you a true designated spot where you can sit back and sit up in the bed. And whether it's, you know, watching the TV that you could put on the wall right here, or just simply having a spot to sit up and read a book or hang out, whatever it may be, you have a true designated spot where you can sit up in the bed comfortably, which you just simply can't do in a heck of a lot of travel trailers. So really like that. You have the shelving back through here with your outlets and USB ports through that space. And then same thing here on this other side, although this side is different than that side where it has a little bit more of an open concept here with some shallower shelves right there. On your windows, you have a pull down bamboo colored shade there. Also has felt pads on the back so they don't make a clanging noise against the framing of the window. So one of the only travel trailers giving you that kind of color matched shade as well. Open this up, you have your wardrobe storage there, so getting a pretty expansive amount of wardrobe storage with that, and then you have heat vents running underneath the cabinetry, or underneath the closet right there. As we step back outside, you got to be mindful, this is a little bit of a, you know, spot where if you're not being careful or not being mindful of it, you could, you know, stub your toe on that. They are doing a slide out that sits above the floor level here for their slide mechanism. So just something to keep in mind with that as well, but I think as long as you're walking in a straight line out of that room, it shouldn't usually be a problem. And that's pretty much everything on the inside. As we step outside, price on this usually is going to be somewhere right in like the mid $30,000 range. So that's kind of what you can expect to see. Again, it's an aluminum sided wood frame travel trailer, so more on the entry level side. And then it has a couple LED light strips out here, just giving you some more outside light in addition to the LED light strip that will be underneath the awning here. White awning arms, black awning fabric gives it a nice cohesive look on the outside. A little bit of an outdoor kitchen / storage area with your outdoor refrigerator right here. And then you do have a propane quick connect line underneath this space. They're using a Taskmaster tire. So it's a Taskmaster Strider. And this is actually my first time ever seeing this particular brand. So I'm not sure if it's a Strider Taskmaster or if it's a Taskmaster Strider. Y'all can let me know. I'm amazed at the amount of information y'all on the internet have, because even something simple like tires, I guarantee you there's someone out there that knows exactly what this is, or has some idea further beyond what I do, because that's my first time ever seeing it. Step back this way, you have your tankless water heater, outdoor shower, and then prep to add a backup camera. There will also be a bracket on the other side of the camper that will give you a spot to attach a retractable ladder. And then we'll go up to the front real quick, show you the pass-through storage, and have a spot to connect the TV on the outside with a bracket there if you want to do that. Electric stabilizers with a fully enclosed underbelly. It does not have solar on the roof, but it is prepped to add solar, so kind of a cost-effective measure to keep the price down. And then solar is an option to be added on, usually at the dealership level for anybody that wants it. And then you have pass-through storage down underneath here. You can see the wood framing through this space. And then this here also showing this is a dry erase surface there on the pass-through storage. Come back this way up to the front and you have your two 20-pound propane tanks, have your spot for a battery, have a power tongue jack here, and then on the other side it does have the pass-through storage access through to the other side. That's where that laundry hamper little basket was too. And then you can see there with the slide out, it actually goes up underneath the camper there, but it's above the frame level there, so it's not a through frame slide like some of the other campers have. And then it does have a couple different drain valves here. It looks like we have a gray tank right here on this side of the axles for the kitchen sink, and then it's going to have another dump valve on the back corner that is going to be for your rear bathroom there. So a couple different drain valve locations on this camper. So all in all, going to be a really good affordable bunkhouse camper option for somebody out there. The only thing to really just be concerned about is If you're camping in the south, especially, it might not have the AC power that you're looking for on something like this. However, that's just something to be mindful of, where it still may work for you, but you just kind of have to know what your preferences are in terms of how cool you need an RV to get to be comfortable. And that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, live firmly unbound.